I'll keep this short. Couple years back, my friends rented out a little camper for the 4th of July. Nothing too expensive, just big enough for my buddies and a couple of girls we knew. We all took work off on July 3rd and met up in a restaurant before a big party. Our plan was to head to a local trail, then drive deep out into the forest during the night and party with some huge speakers and jungle juice, 3 bottles of Malibu included. We all ate lunch, caught up, and acted normal. That is, until we got to the camper rental spot. Me and this one girl hopped into the camper before anyone else. She looked at me with her green eyes, smiling. Don't remember the drive, but before we knew it, we were crawling out of the camper at the campsite. We drank with some of the other campers in the local trail, moved around a bit. I remember Larry handing me the wheel after we took a couple of shots. He laughed.
Don't hit anyone, big man.
The night was a roller coaster of drinking games, shots, sex with the green-eyed girl, and then it all went wrong. Me and the green-eyed girl sat in the back of the camper when we heard the sound. A creak, like a massive tree falling down, snapping and bending, groaning into the night. I pushed the girl to her feet from the bed and followed her out of the trailer door. This is when shit got fucking freaky. We smelled the strong scent of a woody campfire somewhere near our spot, so we walked towards the closest smoke. I was drunk as fuck at the time, so I thought nothing was wrong, but then we ran into the campfire where the other 4 were hanging out. One girl, Lisa, was sitting back against a tree with a large branch leading from her feet, through her chest and into the trunk behind her. She didn't move. You could hear someone crying. One of the boys had ripped each of his fingernails off and was scratching the rocky mud below with his bare fingers, stopping to itch his head with his bloody hands. He looked up at us and began frantically screaming and taking his clothes off. I didn't mention this, but I conceal carry, and I've seen way too many horror movies. I pulled the pistol out and walked up behind the screaming friend. I pulled the trigger as his body lurched up and down onto the mud, still twitching. I knew I fucked up when I saw my girl's face. She started screaming and tweaking too, so I shot her up in a complete state of fear. I thought she was infected by that tree thing, whatever it was. And now all I could hear was that tree cracking sound over and over again, pounding in my ears like a drum. I looked around and saw the camper was on fire and the other 2 friends were hanging from a tree. Did I do this? What the hell is going on? I didn't know if I said it or I thought it. As if I had a moment of sober in an LSD trip, I realized I was losing my mind. But what I was seeing was very real. I looked into the tall pine trees around me and saw human eyeballs looking down at me. I looked down at my hands and saw they were covered in thick black blood. I turned around and a human-height pine tree looked at me and shook my hand. All of my friends disappeared. Then my body disappeared, but I could still see. The tree man was still there until everything else went away. It was just the tree man.
Me, the tree man.